Thanks for joining me on my channel. Just doing a really short, casual video. I'm just sitting here. I was doing some draws for a video that I'll be having coming up soon. Although I was going to do that video today, but I decided my day was a little too overscheduled to really sit down and give the time that I wanted to that video because it's quite an in-depth video. I'll be doing my own reading on the Snow Queen, Ice Queen archetype that Kellyanne Maddox did a video on for her. It's her reading, and she so I just want to emphasize that it's her format, her reading, her genius behind it. And she actually has the reading on her shop. Not trying to be like a promoter, but you should go over and check it out. But I was really inspired to do my own reading and journal prompts, and I'll get into that on the other video, but that's what I'm doing today. Just kind of hanging out, got some time. The kids are out for the afternoon for another half hour or so, and so just getting some things done, having a little time to do my own thing or whatever. So anyway, I wanted to kind of touch base a little bit about what my channel is really going to be like, just so people don't get like the wrong idea or expectations, I guess, about what my channel will be. So my channel in general is going to be very, I guess, basic and low-key, low-tech. I don't plan on, at this moment, editing anything, so there may be rants and rambles and interruptions and all that kind of stuff that it seems like, I guess, some people really don't like, or that there's kind of this drive out in the YouTube world to have this very professional setup, or being perceived in a certain way, and that's totally fine. Everyone's totally different on how they want to do things, but it's just a lot more work than what I want to put into it, and I'm just doing this for myself and for fun, and like I had said in other videos, to be putting my hat into the ring in the witchcraft pagan YouTube community. And so yeah, my films, my videos, my films won't be edited. Sometimes I'll have music playing in the background. Right now I'm like kind of limited to what I can do because I don't have like video equipment or anything. My husband's kind enough to let me use his GoPro, and just because that's like, it wasn't my idea. Like, I'm not saying like letting me, like, like, of course he wouldn't care. It's not like that kind of thing, but it's just, I wouldn't want to use it just because like he uses it for like fishing and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know, I'm like petrified that I'm going to break this thing because I'm clumsy as hell, and it's attached to a cord to my computer. And anyway, but I'm really excited because Christmas is coming, and I know for sure I'm getting my own video camera, which, like, with a little, what is that? See, I'm not techie. It's the front-facing viewfinder or whatever, so that'll make it a lot easier. And so I'm looking this way because I have a soccer game on, and so our team is playing today, so I'm watching them while talking to you. I'm like, casual, whatever. And but yeah, anyway, back on. And there will be tangents because I have like a hummingbird head sometimes, and get a little scattered, I can get into conversation. And I've gone through like 3 different topics and not like what was I talking about? So I'm actually starting to get into the habit of actually writing notes to try and keep myself on track, just for my own benefit, not necessarily for like structure, because I don't like having things too structured. It feels very forced to me, and it's just like not my personality. I like things to flow naturally as possible, because I'm not a person who speaks very well on camera, and although I am starting to feel more comfortable with it, which is really nice, because before I felt so just it's stage fright. That's all it is. I have horrible, horrible stage fright, and so even on camera, just knowing that people see this makes me like clam up really bad. It's like I have such horrible stage fright. So when I was a kid, I was in choir, and um, there were parts where I had to do solos, and I literally blacked out. Like, not fall down blacked out, but I would sing, and I'd get so fearful. I'd get through it, and I would not, like, it was like muscle memory just kicked in, because I had no memory of it afterwards. Like, it was that bad stage fright. So anyway, I'm it's getting better. It's hard to talk to a camera and like not feel like an insane person, because you're just sitting here in your house or whatever, and talking to yourself, which I think everyone talks to themselves a little bit, but this is a little excessive. But anyway, I digress. See, now back to the video camera. So with with the new video camera, it'll be really awesome, because I'll be able to like walk around and talk, and because there are some times that I'm like, I just like starting to get that feeling of like, oh, this would be really cool to share, or like be on camera, and like I don't want to get excessive about it, you know. I don't want to have it like in my family life all the time, and because it can become a little obtrusive, and and but there are different situations, because you know, I do work from home and stay at home with the kids part time, and well, most of the time, but you know, uh, most of my time is spent in and around my family space is what I'm trying to say. That there are certain times that it's like I'll go for a walk in the park and see like these amazing, you know, hundreds and hundreds of year old trees, or do foraging with the family, or go for a hike, or just kind of thinking about stuff I want to talk about it, or whatever. So that'll be cool to have my own video camera, because as it is, his camera works as a webcam, so I'm tethered to my computer, and it uses the webcam app through there, and it has a very, very wide screen, like what it sees, and I have noticed that I sit crooked when I'm like trying to adjust. Anyway, so like I try and get like the corner of the room, or else it's like dirty laundry everywhere. Or not dirty laundry, clean laundry that needs to be put up everywhere, and it's not dirty. But yes, so but I definitely want to do like more like uh, foraging videos, because that's like a huge thing of a part of my magical practice, because I I will buy herbs sometimes, but I would prefer to grow them, or to find them in the wild. And um, and that's one thing that was really important when I first started my practice and continues to be, is that I'm very like about regional magic, and it's like, so I look to, because I feel like there's like a connectedness to the land, the people who were here throughout history, not, uh, of course, like people who settled here, but then the native peoples before that. And so many of these people, um, medicine, spiritual work, and everything was done with what you had around you. And so I've always been drawn to that idea of being able to walk out into your backyard, or to a place around the corner, and be able to know what you're looking at, and what it uses for or whatever. So I'd like to do videos on that, and I'm going to be creating a backyard altar space, which is my first permanent outside altar space. So I'm really excited about that. My husband and I are going to work on that, and he's so cool. He's like, we're trying to figure out like where the right place is to put the altar. And he's like, well, you definitely want it facing the fire pit, so it's in the background. So like when you're sitting there, you can like experience the fire. I'm like, you roll so hard. Like that's exactly what I was thinking, And because he's not a witch or anything, he has his own beliefs, and I would say like he's more on the pagan side, but he and I have totally different belief systems. But we're both like really open to each other's own beliefs and stuff. And he comes from a Native American background. His dad is Native American, um, and his mom is Anglo or whatever. But and anyway, so many of his beliefs come centered from like his family background or whatever, and mine are like more eclectic witch kind of situation, and yeah, but he's cool. It's like whatever I believe in, it's not a big deal. We don't have any like conflict when it comes to spirituality, and let's see. So that'll be coming. That would be cool, and I guess that's like the only time I'll get fancy with it, I guess, is I'll probably time lapse some of that, because it's going to be like, I figured, show everything, like how, like from patting down the ground to, setting up the space itself. And then because it's going to be outside and we have dogs, I'm going to fence it in, and then I'm going to plant a spiritual garden inside of it. And so it's going to be really cool. It's going to be totally fenced off. And also it's like with kids playing, I wouldn't be able to lock it up and not have kids mess with it, or dogs pee on it, or, even, inquisitive family members like, what's this, and I mean, I'd have no problem telling them, but, it's, we only have our parents over here anyway. Neither one of us are close to like the rest of our family, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, so that'll happen. And then some other ideas I had were different skincare stuff, just like little how-tos. Like I make a really good aftershave for my husband. He has extremely sensitive skin and like gets razor burn really badly. And I made him an aftershave, and he's like, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and he finally doesn't break out. So, do stuff like that. And anyway, I'm just kind of rambling, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I just kind of wanted to give people a heads up of like, don't expect anything really like professional and fancy. It's going to be like really laid back, and I don't want it to become a chore, and I don't want to, sorry, I thought there was a goal. I God, sorry, I got all sidetracked. Um, I don't want anybody to get all pissed off in the comments, pretty much, of, um, like there's too many long pauses, or you're so tangity, or complaining about stuff that, like, that's just me. So if you don't like it, then sorry, there's lots of other, sorry, not sorry kind of situation. There's lots of other channels to check out. It's really not a big deal. It's not a popularity thing for me. It's just, it doesn't matter to me if I have, uh, you know, a ton and ton of subscribers. It's like I've already met like a handful of really badass people on here, and made some really amazing connections. And like honestly, I'm like, cool, I'm done. No, no, but it's like that's great, and it's not it's not quantity, it's quality kind of thing, which is what I've felt with like my entire life, like friendships, or anything you have. It's not how much you have, it's the quality of what you have. And so although I would love to meet more people who are like-minded individuals, and but I definitely don't want people to get the wrong idea, or that if they're going to complain and talk shit, that I'm going to do anything about it. I'm not. This is me, and this is what I'm putting out there, and it's a take it or leave it situation. Um, I really it makes me sad when I see other people on YouTube saying I'm sorry, and changing themselves because of a bunch of strangers have deemed what they're doing uh, unfavorable in their eyes, and it's just like, dude, do who cares what anybody has to say about anything, most recently I saw a video that was like, people, I guess, were getting at this person for saying too much. Like, who cares if you say like, it's hard to talk into a camera, keep your mind straight, and not say whatever the hell just pops out of your mouth. I say all the time, and it's like, if you get your panties in a twist about it, that says more about you than me. um, like, you need to chill out and stop trying to control other people. Okay, I'm now getting like fancy about it. I'm not trying to. This is going in a different direction now, but yeah, just that's it. I guess I'll stop there. Don't expect a bunch of bells and whistles, but you will get some fun information, some vlogs. You know, if you like my personality and stuff, awesome. I love to chit chat and all that kind of stuff. Like, no creepy people, keep it civil. Um, just, not like I've experienced that, but just putting it out there just so um, people know, and I won't respond to anything negative anyway, because that's just not me. I'll just delete it and move on. So it's like a waste of your time, not mine. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a really awesome day. I'll be back soon with that reading, and a really it'll be really, I don't know, the most like vulnerable I've ever been, because it's a lot of shadow work stuff, and uh, this whole archetype of the Snow Queen or Ice Queen is really near and dear to my heart, and my experience as a woman, and as a girl growing up, and as a woman. And so yeah, if it's something that interests you, it'll probably be up in the next, I would say, at least by Monday. It's like, I would like to say tomorrow, but it's like my my life gets so crazy that I mean to do something one day and it's like 2 weeks later and it happens. So, but that will be the next video whenever it does happen. So, all right. Hope you are doing well. Thanks. Bye.